Hey guys, so today I'm going to be unboxing a phone that I've had previously, one of my old favorite phones. So most people were into the N series of Nokias, they were the multimedia devices. But I always liked the sleek and business-orientated devices like the Nokia E series, the E70, and today we have the E66. This is a refurbished unit, but it comes in a full box, so I was quite excited to get it. It's supposed to be the black color, so let's get straight into it. These old boxes, all huge, very colorful, so you have a billion things on the back here about specs and stuff like that. So this is the first time I actually opened the box. I just removed the wrapper around it, so it'll be my first time opening it with you. So you open it and immediately you're faced with the device. This is a refurbished unit, as I've said. So let's see how it looks. Hopefully it's in a really good condition. Phone still looks good today. I mean, the condition of the phone is okay. It's not flawless by any means, but it's definitely not bad, and it is in fact the black unit, so I'm quite happy about that. Even has all the stickers, so let's remove them. Always satisfying. And this black color was my favorite. So this phone actually came out in this bronze steel color as well as white, and then later on it came out in black and red. So I had initially the steel bronze color, and then I ended up trading it for the all black color, which was my favorite at the time. So as you can see, the device is quite slim, and it's a slider, and the slider is super satisfying, to be honest. One of my favorite things about it at the time. I had the keypad, which was clicky and quite good to use. It is clicky on this unit, thankfully. And then all these buttons that it had up on the front, they are all hidden, and when you turn on the phone they all light up, which made it look even more sleek when it was switched off, like right now. The back, very sleek, and it has this unique pattern on it as well. So the camera on the back is a 3 megapixel unit, if I remember correctly, with flash. It was capable of taking 240p video. Yeah, back in the good old days. So this phone actually came out in 2008, I believe, right before the first mainstream Nokia was announced with a touchscreen, the 5800. Yeah, the power button is in red, which looks quite strange, and in contrast with the rest of the very sleek and professional looking device. You have a mini micro USB, I believe, here, ports. Yes, here it is, hidden, and then you have a 2.5 millimeter headphone jack from back in the day. So the camera on this phone was actually terrible even for its time, so it never really was a very camera-centric device in the first place. And this was before camera phones were, I would say, quite good, so I wasn't interested in cameras at all at that time. I just wanted something to look as sleek as possible, and this fit the bill perfectly. Very slim, metallic build. I love the shiny black. Yeah, so that's the hardware. Buttons are all plasticky. The edges actually are all plastic. This bottom piece is mainly plastic, but then you have this stainless steel back, which looks really good even today. I mean, I still love the way this phone looks, to be honest. Even today it looks very, very good. Okay, so this is the device. The rest of the box. Let's see. Yeah, the charging cable. Look at this. This is before micro USB was popular as a charging method. So you charge with this cable. What else is in here? You have the headphones that came with the phone. I'm not even sure these actually fit the device, but I'll check that out later. And yeah, that was pretty much it. The boxing is a bit flimsy after all these years. And the star of the show is definitely the phone. E66. Just loved the E series. So I've managed to turn it on to show you how it looks like when it's running. So it's running on Symbian 9.2, which was a bit different compared to the same Symbian that was released on the N series devices. This has a lot more subdued theme, I would say, a bit more business orientated, a bit more classy. So none of that animated icons are found here. And here are the buttons. You can see they light up. These shortcuts were very useful in using the phone. So you could press this to go home, for example, or to the menu. You have the calendar, you have the mail, you have the phone book, and then you have the back or delete button. So this is a 2.4 inch display with a resolution of 320 by 240. And the phone was also equipped with a 1000 milliamp battery. You also have the 3.2 megapixel camera with autofocus, which was, to be honest, terrible even for its time. And the buttons are nice and clicky, although they're not as good as a brand new device, as this is refurbished. Some of the buttons have lost some of their clickiness, I feel. Still, I love the way this phone looks, even today. Something about the glossy black finish just does it for me. With the chrome scroll wheel. And the phone was quite fast, actually, especially for its time. I mean, Symbian was great on these sort of devices. The move to touch didn't really do it much justice, but on these devices it was very, very quick. So you could get things done quite quickly. And you have all these shortcuts on the home screen, which just makes your life a bit easier, alongside the shortcut hardware buttons as well. An earpiece up the top. Honestly, the sliding mechanism on this phone is just amazing. It's just so satisfying. You can just do this all day long. Clickiness to it, it just feels great. You have these volume buttons on the side, and I believe a recording button. And you have the camera shutter key, amazingly. So to unlock the battery at the back, you just had to press on this button on this side and the same button on the other side. So when you press them together, it sort of releases the back stainless steel plate. And here you have the battery in the SIM slot. Then you just slide them back in. Nice and clicky. And this pattern on the back is quite cool. I mean, we can discuss the internals, sure. So this has an ARM 11 processor with speed of 369 megahertz, I believe. 128 megabytes of RAM, amazing, I know, and 110 megabytes of internal storage, but you could add an SD slot to it, up to 2 gigabytes. So for the time, that was okay. We can show you the camera if you want. Card is not accessible. Phone memory will be used instead. Thank you for the warning. Let's try a picture. It's okay. I mean, it is acceptable, but nothing impressive. It's just funny having to zoom in with buttons. This is a video captured on the Nokia E66. Yeah, the quality is just amazing. What do you think about the quality? Yes or no? Yeah, and if you want to see how small this phone is compared to a modern day smartphone, we have the Nokia 5.3 here for you to compare. Just look at that, look at how small this is compared to the new device. It's tiny. It is built incredibly well. Stainless steel and the plastic mix, it just feels good in the hand. Anyways, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this throwback on a device that I've previously owned, the Nokia E66. If you've liked this video, please share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.